Welcome to Brew Kombucha. I get a lot of questions from people who ask, what should I do if I've accidentally used flavored tea, or what if I've accidentally let flavorings come into contact with my SCOBY? Will it get mold? Have I ruined it? Should I throw my batch away? Long story short, in most instances, you're probably fine. But I will kind of backtrack to set a little bit of context about why I don't recommend using flavored teas and flavorings in your first fermentation stage. And the reason is because SCOBY cultures, kombucha cultures, they thrive on pure tea, sugar, and water. They don't really need other ingredients or other materials to come in contact with it in order to feed and thrive. So even if your tea is flavored with natural fruit flavorings or essential oils, it in contact with the SCOBY could degrade the SCOBY over time and weaken it. And if you get a weakened SCOBY, you may not notice it during the next batch, you might not even notice it during the next batch after that. But over time, if those flavorings in contact with your SCOBY cause it to be less resistant or resilient to mold or other harmful pathogens, then you might get a batch that suddenly grows mold for no reason, and you don't know why because you've been doing the same thing over and over, and you've never run into this issue before, but you've just forgotten that a few generations or even several kombucha generations ago, your SCOBY accidentally got in contact with some fruit or other types of flavorings. So there isn't really much that I can recommend that you do at this point, aside from just continuing to brew your kombucha, but not letting any flavorings come into contact with your SCOBY moving forward. And also just keep an eye out for anything that might look like mold. Remember, mold is easily identifiable by concentric circles, white fuzzy spots, any weird off colors like orange, green, black, or blue. Mold will only be found on the surface of your vessel because it can't thrive in any anaerobic environments. It needs air to be able to grow and spread. So if that happens, do check out my video on mold for more information on what you can do to treat it and handle your vessel. But otherwise, if you're brewing your kombucha and your SCOBY came into contact with flavorings, or you used flavored teas 1 or 2 times, just keep doing what you're doing. Be on the lookout. But if you start to notice any issues, or your brew starts tasting weird, or it's not carbonating, or you get mold, then at that point, you might want to consider getting a new, clean, pure kombucha SCOBY that's unaffected with flavors. So I hope that's helpful. If you have other questions, feel free to comment below or check out more resources at ubrewkombucha.com. Happy brewing!